My name is David Whitaker. I build software, and I'm passionate about using technology to solve today's problems. My company is BioAuth, simple, secure authentication. Let me tell you a story how a laptop cost the University of Mississippi Medical Center $2.75 million. An employee leaves an issued laptop in a car overnight. That car gets broken into, and that laptop gets stolen. On that laptop were 10,000 medical records, secured only by a generic username and password. Needless to say, those records were compromised. Meet Joe. Joe's the IT guy for this healthcare company. He's probably going to lose his job. Worse, he may even go to jail for negligence. And this story does not get any better. There's you. While you think your medical records or the medical records of your loved ones are safe and secure, they're now in the hands of hackers, fueling the black market on the dark web. Here, the worst kinds of items are bought and sold, including your medical records, which are going between $500 and $750 per record. False insurance claims, identity theft, blackmail. These are the three most common ways your medical records are exploited. So this is a problem. And I thought about this for a little while. $2.75 million. This fine was issued in February of this year. So thinking about this, the solution is pretty simple. If we can eliminate passwords, we can eliminate the problem. Introducing BioAuth. BioAuth is a platform that allows you to use mobile devices equipped with biometrics, like Touch ID for the iPhone, to allow authentication to web-based applications. Okay? So during a customer discovery, I did dozens and dozens of interviews. We've realized that most of the people who I interviewed had mobile devices with biometrics, and almost all of them were using it. Let's use those biometrics, fingerprint scanners, attached to mobile devices for authentication. And that's what BioAuth does. We have patent-pending technology that ensures strong encryption and multi-factor authentication, going beyond today's electronic medical records standards. And we've realized one more thing. BioAuth enhances productivity. 35% of all help desk tickets are password related. Remember Joe from a few slides ago? He now has 35% of his time to dedicate towards proactive compliancy or other security matters. So let me show you how this works. It's simple. Just like we do today, put our ID in an input box. We would have a BioAuth button off to the right. You click that button, you get a notification on your cell phone asking you to authenticate with using biometrics. You put your fingerprint, authenticate, and you're in. Now you have access to any application. So just want to show you this in real time, how this works. So just like I said, I have my ID, I click a button, it's going to ask to authenticate, I get a notification on my cell phone, authenticate, and I now have access to any online application. Simple, secure authentication. And in the event my device gets lost or stolen, an IT administrator will have the ability to disable my device from any authentication attempts for any software. Now, we want to make money. And one thing we found, important thing in Starter Studio we found is that we need focus. And so I was all over the place, thinking that this is for everybody, and I want to see it in everybody's hands. I want everybody to be able to use this. But we needed to focus on a market. In healthcare, protecting medical records is where we want to be. So we're looking for early adopters in healthcare technology, medium to large medical practices, and we're looking for companies who build software that store medical records. So in the last year, cybersecurity spending in IT healthcare has risen 80%. At the top of that list is access and authentication, and not too far behind is bring your own device security. BioAuth is in the perfect position to capitalize on this. And we have a simple revenue model, users per month. Our platform has the ability to scale to millions of users. And we're not the only ones in this space. Unlike our competitors, BioAuth is device independent. And oftentimes, we're less expensive. So our competitors, you have to buy devices from them. For us, we can use our mobile devices. And that's just the first step. On the BioAuth 2.0 platform, authentication will exist in multiple forms. There's heart rate variability. There's gait, or the way you walk. There's the way you type. There's facial recognition, voice recognition. There's the Internet of Things, near-field beacons, geolocations. All of these can be used on the BioAuth platforms. So security officers would be able to create their own unique authentication scheme to protect your medical records. I'm happy to say that we are in the early stages of the partnership with Hino.io. They build software that store medical records. They're right here in Orlando, and they're Starter Studio grads. Yeah, super excited to get started to help them secure medical records on their platform. So, my fellow Orlandonians, here's where you come in. If you know anyone in healthcare, doctors, nurses, administrators, staff, tell them about BioAuth. Tell them it saves them time so they can do what they do best, which is save lives. 2, we're looking to grow our team. If you know anyone in sales and marketing in healthcare, software developers, we're always on the lookout for talent. So please, visit our website, auth.bio. You can email me directly, david@auth.bio. I have a great team who's with me here today. Wearing these shirts. Just contact them. We'd love to talk to you and show you how BioAuth works. We now live in a world where we don't have to remember passwords. Whoa, there you go. We now live in a world where we don't have to remember passwords. BioAuth is simple, secure authentication. Let's eliminate the password. Thank you, and good night.